Heavyweight bout here. Mario Piazzon coming in at plus 275 against Alexander Soldatkin coming in at minus 410. 14-3 for Soldatkin. Undefeated 6-0 for Mario Piazzon. You look at him on Tapology. See, his last fight was declared ineligible to be used as a win because of potential issues with legitimacy. Don't really like to see that. But nonetheless, he is 6-0. It's pretty hard to find tape on him. I don't know if you found a lot, but it was pretty tough.
Kind of sketchy promotion looking stuff.
Yeah, I mean, just not the highest level of promotions as far as that goes. But Alexander Soldatkin, 30 years of age for him, 6'2". You got the Germany flag there, but yeah, you can tell by the name where he's really from. And a lot of his losses come early in his career. Since then, I mean, he's on quite the win streak. I think he's looking at 11 wins in a row. So it's not a big streak. When I was watching his film, I'm like, I don't know if you agree, but the way he fights now reminds me of like a Sergey Pavlovich. Like he's just going to walk you down and just try to break you. And he doesn't want to let the fight go very long because it seems like after a good amount of time, like he's going to start to slow down. He just wants to blitz you right off the bat. Is he Sergey Pavlovich? I don't think so. But this one I would expect to end pretty early because if Soldatkin comes out with the same type of mentality he has in his last fight, they're going to have to throw down. I don't know if I like minus 410 for Soldatkin, but like because it's heavyweights and there's a lot of variation, whoever lands their punch the best. But I do think he probably wins. But what do you think? Are you giving the dog any chance in this one?
There's a lot of things I just don't like about Piazzon and like the ineligible fight to go on his record in his last bout. Like you said, that's a massive red flag. And, he did get the dub there. So it's like, okay, was this a fixed fight? What's really going on? These promotions aren't high level at all. How good were his previous opponents? I mean, 2 fights before that, he fought a guy named Lucas Anderton who was 0-0. Like I don't like seeing that kind of stuff in your recent fights if you're going to step onto a bigger stage like the Contender series. And Soldatkin, like you said it perfectly, like he looks like a Sergey Pavlovich style. In a lot of his fights, it reminds me of what Pavlovich did to Tai Tuivasa, like head straight down the center, throwing these like hooks, like left hook, right hook, left hook, and just melting dudes. But he's also proved that he can fight on the ground as well if opponents try to take it there. For Piazzon, though, I don't think he's going to try to take it to the ground. If you watch him, he's not the most athletic heavyweight. He's a heavyweight. I mean, this guy's likes to march forward. He'll throw some big shots, and he tries to get you out of there in the first round. He does have a decision win on his record, but outside of that, he's won every single fight by round 1 KO. So Soldatkin too, I think more experience, better level of competition. He's just got more of a technical fighting style as well. Like, yeah, he's going to wing some hooks in there and stuff, but as far as his stance and his footwork and head movement and, composure in there, I think he's far more experienced and ready for this than Mario Piazzon will be. So, yeah, I think Soldatkin gets the win. Minus 410 is not good for any heavyweight at this level, in my opinion. But I do think he's going to be the much better fighter than Mario Piazzon.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I think he's fought a higher level of competition for sure. Like watching the Piazzon fights, the one fight that stuck out to me was like his debut. He kicked the guy in the leg. One time the guy fell to the ground, and then he's just like laying on top of him, like not even like vicious ground and pound, but it just eventually the guy just stopped moving, and that was the end of the fight. So I don't know how good these guys are that he's really facing. Soldatkin at least has got some decent wins if you look at their records. How good are they? Not really sure, but yeah, he melts dudes. I would expect he goes in there and melts Piazzon, but Piazzon's never lost. So maybe he's just got some granite chin and he's got some big power in his hands. We don't know. That's kind of why the minus 410 scares me. But for the pick, I got to go with Alexander Soldatkin.